Now today we're going to talk about HTML tables. So HTML table really used to be important in the past, but like nowadays people don't seem to use them that much because CSS has features like flexbacks. It has features like a CSS grid, which people use to style their contents. So tables used to be used mostly for styling when CSS didn't have all those features, all those like cool features that exist nowadays. But it does not hurt to give a demonstration of how you can create your own tables in HTML, and that's what we are going to see very soon. Well, we have a tag called table in HTML, and inside this tag you'd need something like for instance a table row. Okay, table row, and you can have as many table rows as you want. um, just gonna have three of them right now, and inside your first table row, this is where your table headers go, and that would be something like you use your tag, a tag called th. mm, and inside your first th you could give it a name such as let's say Canada, for instance, and then let me give another th. Let me say something like France, and then another th. Let me say something like USA, for instance. Or actually, one more th. Let me say China. Inside my second table row, I could say I could put my table data now. That's TD. Um, and I could say in Canada people speak um, English. I could say, for instance, in okay, they speak English, and let me mention French, which is true about Canada. Let me say TD again, table data. Let me say in France, people just speak French. Okay, and I could say TD, another TD, say in the USA, people speak English. And in China, for instance, I could also say people speak Chinese. Well, now inside my third table row, I could just copy these and paste them because it's going to be same data anyways. So yeah, and now let's see what we have. Save and refresh, and we have ta-da, we have our table. But well, this does not look more like a table. I know so far that I have my table data, which is Canada, France, USA, and China, and you can see the difference between the header and the table data. So table headers have a font weight, whereas table data don't have a font weight. So that's the difference between them. And table headers, you always have to put them on the first line or in the first table row. Now, what can I do to make this look more like a table, because it still doesn't look more like a table? So I know we haven't gotten to the part where we speak more about CSS, or we haven't touched any CSS stuff, but for demonstration, because of course talking about tables, and I need my table to have a border so that we can see a table on our screen. Well, I'm going to use some styling. Let me say style, style tag right here, and let me select my table inside my page. Let me select my table header and my table data, where I could give these a border of 1 pixel solid black. And once I go back to the browser and refresh, now I can see my table looking actually like a table. Well, I can notice that my table has kind of double lines, and that tends to be the default behavior of a table. But if I can say something like below right here, I can say something like border, that's border collapse, that's border collapse, and I can say collapse. Once I do that, when I go to my table and refresh, now I can see that everything looks good. Just it looks like a table, an actual table. Well, I could give it more styling. Well, this is not the part where we speak or we talk more about styling, but just for a demonstration, and because we are working with tables, I'm just gonna give my table header and my table data some sort of padding so that we can see the kind of uh, styles that we can apply to this. Now th and td, let me say padding 20, for instance, 20 pixel. Okay, refresh, and tada, you can see how big this becomes because they have a padding inside of them. Yeah.